In Genshin Impact version 5.4 we have two new characters. The first new one is Mizuki and the second new one is Wriothesly, if you ever heard of him. Jokes aside, Wriothesly is finally getting his rerun after over 1 year without one. Hey everyone, Sigewenne here. So the characters will be Mizuki and Sigewenne in the first phase, Furina and Wriothesly in the second phase. But who should you get? Let's first start with Mizuki. So Mizuki is for those wanting a anemo DPS. But the thing is, she will be added as a standard character after 5.4. So in 5.5 and after, you can get her by losing the 50-50. And in the 5th anniversary update, we should be able to get her for free, thanks to the free standard character selector every anniversary. Basically what I'm saying is, unless you really like this character, I don't recommend you use your premium gems on her, since you will literally get her for free after a while. But what does she do? She's, as I said, a anemo DPS that relies on her skill. If you hold her skill, she will enter the Dream Drifter state. Basically, she will start floating, and she can move along the ground level. During the Dream Drifter state, she will deal periodic AoE anemo damage to nearby enemies. One of her talents will increase the duration of the Dream Drifter state. Her elemental burst will pull in enemies nearby, summoning a mini Baku that you can pick up. If the character that picks it up has a certain amount of HP, let's just assume over 50% HP for now, the Baku will deal anemo damage to nearby enemies. Or it will heal the ally when picked up at, let's assume once again, 50% or lower HP. If you never pick it up, it will just explode, dealing AoE anemo damage, plus her elemental burst will increase the swirl damage allies can do. To summarize, she's a good option for those wanting a anemo DPS, but as I said, you are able to get her for completely free in the next anniversary. So I recommend you skip her and save your primos for someone you can't get for free. Up next is Sigewenne. If you're looking for a healer, then Sigewenne is not a bad option. But just to note, there are way better healers in the game, like Kokumi for example. But what does she do? So Sigewenne is a bow hydro character that focuses on healing in a rather interesting way. In her skill, she blows a blustering bubble bomb that bounces between nearby opponents, dealing hydro damage based on her max HP. When it bounces, it will restore HP to all nearby party members based on her max HP, excluding herself. Once the bubble disappears, which by the way gets smaller with every bounce, it will restore HP to Sigewenne based on her max HP value. But when you hold her elemental skill, the bubble bomb can grow twice in size, with each growth increasing her damage and healing by a set amount. The biggest bubble bomb will be able to imprison the enemies, just like how the Hydro Abyss Mage can imprison you. Each time an enemy is imprisoned, she will create 2 source water droplets that if she collects will give her Bond of Life. And if you clear that Bond of Life, it will restore elemental energy for her burst. Her elemental burst makes her summon a huge syringe which will make her continuously deal AoE hydro damage in heart shapes, which is cute. Her passive talents make her do more hydro damage, her skill can do based on her HP, makes her do increased healing based on her Bond of Life value, and makes her heal characters when you're exploring underwater respectively. To sum up, she's a decent healer that is a good option for players who like to mess around with the mechanics of the character, but as I said, there are better healers out there. Up next is the Regina of all waters, Furina herself. Furina in my opinion is a must-have unit for everybody, because of how insanely broken her kit and buffs are. But what does she do? Let's start with her charge attack, which allows her to change her looks and her Archaea alignment. In her Ujia state, which is her default one, she will summon 3 celebrants that will deal AoE hydro damage based on Furina's max HP, prioritizing the target of the active character. Now the thing is, if any of your characters has more than 50% HP, they will consume it, allowing them to deal more damage, which is super helpful for her ultimate. But before that, let's talk about her Numa state. In that state, she will summon the Singer of Many Waters that will simply heal the active character. Both of her skill states share the same cooldown duration. Now the ultimate is the juicy part of her kit. If you use it, she will deal AoE hydro damage, then will enter the Universal Revelry state. During that state, whenever party members' HP increases or decreases, she will gain 1 fanfare point for each percentage of HP gained or lost, increasing the damage they do and healing they receive by a huge amount based on the amount of fanfare stacks she has. During that state, whenever party members' HP increases or decreases, she will gain 1 fanfare point for each percentage of HP gained or lost, increasing the damage they do and healing they receive by a huge amount based on the amount of fanfare stacks she has. Her passive talents will make it so that if someone other than Furina is healing a character that is maxed out, she will heal nearby members by a small amount, and they will increase the damage and healing interval she can do based on her HP. To sum up, if you don't have her, get her, trust me. Last but not least is a new 5-star Wriothesly. Get him if you want an excellent melt cryo DPS and if you have waited for over a year until his rerun. So what does he do? Simply, he uses his repelling fists to attack and deal cryo damage. His elemental skill will increase his resistance to interruption, and if his HP is above 50%, it will enhance his attacks, making him deal more damage at the cost of consuming his own HP, until he's at 50% HP. His elemental burst makes him fire a icicle impact, or do you mean Genshin impact? Please don't dislike. That will deal AoE Uja aligned cryo damage. His passive talents will make him get a gracious rebuke if he has less than 60% HP, which is basically an enhanced charge attack that will do more damage, restore his HP, and he won't consume stamina when he does it. Also, he can gain more attack each time he loses or gains HP during his chilling penalty state, which is basically his skill respectively. To sum up, he is an excellent cryo DPS that can do great mult damage, and get him if you waited over a year for his rerun. A big summary is Mizuki if you want an anemo DPS, but you will inevitably get her for free in the anniversary or from losing a 50-50. Sigewenne if you want a healer, but better ones are available. Furina, get her if you don't have her, trust me on this one. And Wriothesly if you want an excellent cryo DPS who took over a year to get his rerun. If this was helpful, please do leave a sub, a like, and as usual, I hope to see you soon.